Coming up tonight, Malaysia will reimpose a full nationwide lockdown starting on Wednesday, the eve of Hari Raya. Changi Airport's COVID-19 cluster grows to 10, with thousands of workers set to be tested for the virus. And after 7 seasons with Malaysia's JDT, Lions skipper Hariss Harun is coming home. This is the Straits Times Newsnight. Good evening, I'm Chow Suen. In a drastic move, Malaysia is reimposing a nationwide lockdown on movement control order starting on Wednesday, May 12th, the eve of the country's biggest annual festival, Hari Raya. All social activities, events, and dining in at restaurants and even travel between districts and states will be banned, but economic activities will remain open throughout the country. The lockdown will last for 3.5 weeks until June the 7th. Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin said the government has decided to take stricter steps to curb the spread of COVID-19. Here's more from our Malaysia Bureau Chief in Kuala Lumpur.
Well, I think that there was a bit too much euphoria about bringing the numbers down from 5,000 to 1,000 last month in April. And the government decided that, we can loosen some restrictions now. But the number of cases quickly accelerated from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and we are getting close to the old numbers again, getting close to 5,000 again. So they had to cut the transmission very severely. It's not just about the caseload, it's about what's happening in the hospitals. ICUs are under stress. The number of daily deaths recorded in the past week was a record high. There were 136 deaths in the last recorded week. That's more than, that's the highest it's ever been. So clearly, we are not able to contain the effects of the pandemic. It's one thing for people to get infected in thousands. It's another thing when people are just dying by the dozens, literally by the dozens each day. So I think the government in this case, they underestimated the strength of this current wave, this current surge in cases, and how it would overwhelm the healthcare system. So I think they were left with little choice. The Prime Minister has been forced to go back on his word about, no more blanket MCOs. He had said in March, when numbers were coming down from 5,000 to about 2,000 at that point, and they were pretty confident then. But right now, it appears that he has no choice. He has to cut down the number of active cases, get the numbers in hospitals down again, and then you'll see what the government does. After that, it might be a case of once bitten, twice shy, and they'll be more hesitant to loosen restrictions.
The announcement comes as applications for travel between Singapore and Malaysia on compassionate grounds opened today, a week before the official start of the arrangement. Those who wish to cross the border to visit family members for emergency reasons such as death or critical illness will need to provide the necessary documents. Only 2 visitors per case are allowed. Here's Shannon again on what Malaysia's nationwide lockdown will mean for applications.
Now, the green lane has already been suspended. So what happens now is the first thing that we're thinking about is the compassionate travel for across border. I don't think that gets impacted simply because there are a lot of protocols involved with that. As far as I know, it's very strict. It still involves the quarantine, and how you will go to the funeral or whatever ritual it is that it will be in very strict conditions. So I don't think that will be impacted. I think that is still secure for now. But other reciprocal agreements, like Green Lane, for example, they're all off the table for the foreseeable future, up to at least June 7th. That's when the nationwide MCO is scheduled to end.
As of right now, there are 11 active COVID-19 clusters in Singapore. One in particular, the Changi Airport cluster, has grown to 10 cases today after 2 more staff tested positive for the virus. Now here's what we know. The first case in this cluster was detected last Wednesday when an 88-year-old cleaner who worked at Changi Airport Terminal 3 tested positive for COVID-19. He's a male Singaporean known as case 62873. On Sunday, 4 more people who worked at T3 had also become infected. They are 2 cleaners, an auxiliary police officer, and a passenger escort. And today, another 2 individuals were added to the cluster. A swabbing exercise is ongoing at Changi Airport to detect hidden cases, with about 9,000 workers expected to be tested, including staff working at F&B and retail outlets at Terminal 3's Basement 2. The floor has been closed to the public as several COVID-19 cases had visited outlets there. The 2 new Changi Airport cases were among 3 new COVID-19 cases in the community today. A total of 19 new cases were reported, with the other 16 being imported ones. Meanwhile, in an unlinked case in the community, Victoria Junior College is expected to finish swabbing about 2,200 students, staff and visitors by today, after a student tested positive for COVID-19 last Friday. VJC students will be on full home-based learning this week, pending the results of the swab tests. And BioNTech, the German company that helped develop the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, is coming to Singapore. This year, the company plans to set up its regional headquarters for Southeast Asia and begin construction on a fully integrated mRNA manufacturing facility here. The new facility will provide regional and global supply of BioNTech's growing product candidates, as well as a rapid response production capability for Southeast Asia to address potential pandemic threats. And Singapore is one of just 12 countries that Britain will allow international travel to. Starting May 17th, Britain will allow international travel to resume after months of banning most trips abroad. But nearly all major destinations were left off its list of countries open for quarantine-free holidays. Just 12 countries and territories made the so-called green list. They include Portugal, Israel, New Zealand, Australia and Singapore. The top 4 destinations, Spain, France, Italy and the United States, were among those left off the list. In Parliament today, Communications and Informations Minister S. Iswaran announced that former Cabinet Minister Khaw Boon Wan will chair the board of the new not-for-profit entity to be set up after Singapore Press Holdings restructures its media operations. While this sparked conversations both on and offline, it was the clash between Leader of Opposition Pritam Singh and Minister Iswaran that is trending.
But my generation at least remember this headline, this cover page in the new paper, which was in 1997, at a very sensitive time just during the elections, and it was a checklist to help you decide how to vote. Minister spoke earlier about objectivity and balance. The only thing objective about this cover page is the EPL scores, no win for Liverpool and also for Manchester United.
I'm disappointed that the Leader of the Opposition has decided to make political capital out of something that I think is quite fundamentally important to us. And I think even in the examples that he cites, in a way, he has already illustrated the point that I'm making. He went back to 1997 to bring out an example, and then he says, just last year, the Chinese media put forward this year, Chinese media put one point of view, and the English media put another point of view. Isn't this the diversity that we want? Isn't it the diversity that the Leader of the Opposition has been talking about?
You can watch the full exchange between Pritam Singh and S. Iswaran, as well as all the highlights from Parliament on our YouTube channel. Now let's take a look at what else has been trending on social media today. Fans of JJ Lin, if you're looking forward to his upcoming virtual concert, you might have to be prepared to pay quite the pretty penny for it. Tickets for the Singaporean superstar's highly anticipated virtual concert, Sanctuary Finale, will be among the most expensive for a local singer. Prices start at $38 and go up to $188. Tickets for the June 6th virtual concert will go on sale on the SISTIC website on Wednesday, May 12th. JJ Lin has also posted a teaser on Instagram with the caption, "Any song requests for my Sanctuary Finale virtual concert?"
Hi Singapore, I'm coming home.
A big announcement in the local football scene. It's been revealed that Lions skipper Hariss Harun will sign for Singapore Premier League club Lion City Sailors on a 3.5-year deal. After 7 seasons with Malaysian Super League champions Johor Darul Takzim, the club said his contract was mutually terminated following his decision to return to Singapore due to family matters. Hariss's arrival comes at a time when the Sailors are building their squad in a bid to win the SPL title and qualify for the AFC Champions League. And what is Elon Musk up to now? The billionaire entrepreneur SpaceX will send a Dogecoin-funded satellite to the moon. It will launch the Doge 1 mission to the moon in the first quarter of 2022, with the company accepting the meme-inspired cryptocurrency as full payment for the lunar payload. Musk tweeted earlier, SpaceX launching satellite Doge 1 to the moon next year. Mission paid for in Doge, first crypto in space, first meme in space, to the moon, along with a clip titled Dogecoin Song to the Moon Official. Now that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening and we'll see you tomorrow.